Not only have I been deactivated from Grubhub once, but I've been deactivated twice from Grubhub. And I'm just like, dang. And it's not like that I'm not completing the orders or marking that the store is closed and they're actually open. I'm not falsifying anything or anything that's a little strange or unsafe or nothing like that. Those things should be easy. It should be easy, to be honest. It should be easy to complete deliveries and be in there timely. So those things should be easily avoidable. So you think,
well, dude, what's your deal?
I guess my deal is I can't actually just get an order that I actually like for me to actually hit that accept button. That was really my problem. So they booted me off 2 times for the same reason, because I haven't accepted any offers. I haven't been active at all. And if you're not active for 3 months, they can you. They can you quick. Which, hey, you know what? That's understandable. Because you know what? They're going to want to find someone that will be active. So I can kind of understand. I don't want to hold up someone that could be making money when I have other things that's working out for me. But I'm just like, man, could I ever make it work? I'm not too sure. I'm trying to get on some other different platforms that might actually work well, because Grubhub in my market hasn't been too good. I've only completed 1 delivery. That's right, 1 lifetime delivery in 6 months that I was actually on the platform. And I'm just like, you know what? And I mean, that one wasn't too bad. It was like $12 for just a few miles. But even when I was like in the Waxahachie area where most of those offers was supposed to be at, it was just like a desert. It was just like nothing. So I'm overall not that heartbroken over it, but it'd be nice to still have in my back pocket every now and then. But what's so crazy is, in the market where I'm usually dashing or doing Uber Eats, I do see some of these restaurants that actually have signs that says GrubHub. But yet, I'm just like, I've never seen an order here. And I'm just like, does anyone know about it? Dang. So what is it like in your market? Is GrubHub even existent in your area? Or is Grubhub actually pretty good or decent? Go ahead and hit it in the comment box and let me know. Because in my opinion, I think Grubhub would be just like any other food delivery app. If it's actually busy, I can actually probably make some money off of it. I can probably actually be consistent. Maybe they even send me a Grubhub bag. Even though I remember my DoorDash bag took me like a year just to finally get mine. But anywho, that's a different story. There's still going to be good orders and there's going to be bad orders, no matter what platform that we're going to be doing. We're still going to see some $2 or $3 offers. We're going to still see those upside down offers that we want to avoid like the plague. We still going to have to be in those good locations where we can actually get high paying offers. We still want to position ourselves around restaurants that's going to have those high paying offers. The game still stays the same, and it's going to be pretty much all in the same rules, because you still got to be out there at those key times when things are at the busiest, whether it's 11 to 2, 5 to 9, and every market is going to be different, because there's going to be some that might be popping off in the morning time. You're just going to like 7 to 8 a.m. Okay. Have some locations that like some oddball times. You just never know. How some people are like full time with DoorDash or Uber Eats. I'm sure there's some people out there full time with Grubhub. So shout me out if that's you, and how's it working for you in your market. And if you're one of those drivers that actually do Grubhub consistently because it's good, it's going to be very important for you not to get deactivated, because this is like your lifeblood. This is your income. This is your moneymaker. This is your bread and butter. This is how we make a living if you're doing this full time. But even if you're doing this part time, just so you can pay bills or so you can have food on the table, no matter how this is providing for you, this is why we're doing this. And so if we're ever deactivated, that could actually be traumatizing. That can be devastating, especially if you're good at it or if you like the platform. That's just going to be that much of a Debbie Downer. And if your name's Debbie, it was just the same. So if you do get deactivated, you're going to try to get reactivated and throw that appeal out there so you can get back on that platform to what you're comfortable with and what you're used to and what you like and what works in your market. So no matter what you've been deactivated for, just make sure you're just being very direct, specific of what happened, if you know what happened, so you can get right back in the game. But that's also why it's important not just to have one app. It's good to have multiple apps that you can work with. So if you ever do get deactivated, you still got some in your pocket that you can actually work with and still make an income. If not, just multi-app with all of them. And that's one thing I like about Uber Eats, because with Uber Eats, I went months without doing any type of offers. But yet, when I still needed them, I turned it right back on. I was able to get it and get her done. So even if you do find that one perfect app, that one that is just the golden goose, don't get rid of your other platforms, just in case you need it, because you never know what's going to happen today or tomorrow. Because with me personally, I'm over 90% DoorDash. So it's almost just like I have all my eggs in one basket. I only have 2 other apps that I have in my back pocket, which is Uber Eats and Roadie. And I'm still trying to get on some other ones such as Walmart Spark, Amazon Flex, but I'm still on waiting list. It's just been like months now because it keeps on saying that my area is full and they're not accepting anybody right now. So you got to go through that as well. But it's actually good to get your name in the hat now and get on that waiting list, because when you're on it, you can get started and do one here and there so you won't be deactivated if that's part of their policy. But no matter which platform we're on, know the details of the rules everybody has, because even if they have that the littlest difference than somebody else has, then you turn around and maybe do that, which someone else may not have had that same rule of having to be actually active within X amount of days or X amount of months. You need to know. So actually know the ins and outs of how you could be deactivated. It's almost like playing defense in a way, but you need a good solid defense so you can have a solid offense. And our solid offense is going out there and making that money. And as we are going out there and maximizing our earnings, looking for those offers that's going to set us at least $1.50 to $2 plus per mile. And even sometimes it may be just a little bit slow, and we might have to drop down our standards a little bit, especially on the time of day it could be, and even some particular days it could be. But then we also have to be smart in tracking our expenses, tracking our mileages, because coming tax time is going to be very important to get those deductions. And there's many different apps that are out there that you can use. And for me personally, I use the Solo app, which is a great app that keeps track of my mileages, expenses, and so much more. And you can try it out free for 7 days. And if you click on my link below, you also get $10 off of your first subscription. So go ahead and check it out, because even with the Solo app, you can write that off as a tax deduction as well. Who don't like saving money? But as we're keeping up with all of these gig apps and we making it happen and doing our thing, I just want to encourage you to keep on striving, keep on pushing, and no matter what you find yourself doing. So make sure you have a goal so you can keep on feeling that you have a purpose, because there's going to be days when we feel like we have no purpose. We have no sense of being, but yet we just got to think and remember, why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? And sometimes we just need those things to help push on through those hard and trying days. And I hope you received some value out of this video. So if you would, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Also consider channel membership, and see me in the next video.